Nanyuki town residents protest demanding justice for the death of Julia Njoki, who died in police custody under mysterious circumstances. Tragedy in Kakamega as a 17-year-old girl discovered dead in a rental apartment with her boyfriend, the main suspect, escaping to Uganda.
He means nothing for the people of Kenya. He's just thinking about his own stomach.
Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua rejects calls for dialogue by Raila Odinga, accuses the ODM party leader of pushing for personal interests. Welcome to the broadcast. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Laura Omondi. My name is Cynthia Nanjala. You're in safe pair of hands tonight. Let's get this show started. Now, tension gripped Likii slum in Nanyuki for the better part of Monday after police officers blocked protesters from entering Nanyuki town. The demonstrators are demanding justice for Julia Njoki, who was arrested during Sabasaba protests and allegedly tortured by police officers while in custody. Protesters blocked the main road leading to Nanyuki town, lighting bonfires and erecting barricades, demanding the arrest of a police officer who allegedly hit Njoki. The 24-year-old was allegedly tortured while in police custody after failing to pay a 50,000 Kenyan shillings bond.
Anyone taking any opportunity to explain to you what? No, I need expression right now. Nataka niambiwe Julia aliuliwa na nani? And what did she do? I know it's hard for me. Huyu ni mtoto wangu wa kwanza. Yeah, mbegu ya Kariuki ya kwanza ndio hii. Wameua. Walikuwa polisi 13. They were guiding us all through. And when we go to see Julie, they were following us. So it is just intimidation of the family so that we don't talk. Even right now, they are threatening. Wananipigia tandio hawa, wananipigia simu hapa so that I don't talk. I'll talk on the top of my mouth because of Julie. I will. And I need to be killed now by this police behind me here. Yeah. The only person who came in the police station is Bwana DCC na mapolisi wale wakubwa kwa na mawe makubwa wakaniambia I play cool so that we don't take this thing up. What about tomorrow? What about the children tomorrow? Julia amekufa na wengine atafanya nini?
Tunataka haki kwa sababu haki tusipotokea sisi wote kutafuta haki tutauawa sisi wote, na hata leo ni kama wamejipanga, wameamua hatutaandamana, wameamua kuna haki tutatafuta, ni kama wako tayari kutua sisi wote. Ile haki tunatafuta ni hizi familia viwe bill zao. Hizi familia hakuna hata governor, hakuna hata MC, hakuna hata hao political leaders, political class wamejitokeza at least kumonao familia. Na tunataka mwenye kuua Julie akiwa kwa cell, mwenye alimchapa achukuliwe hatua. Hakuna, no one is above the law. Hakuna mtu mwenye anafaa kukiuka sheria, na moyo wa mwanadamu lazima they are there to protect us, not to beat us. Hawafai kuonyesha life bullet kwa mwananchi.
Hiyo ni maandamano ya watoto wetu walikie. Na ule kijana wa form 3. Hata mtoto wa form 3 bado amekufa. Form 3.
Kariuki ni chief hapa anamulia mtoto. Even what is he doing as a chief? He should quit from that stupid chief. For that 1,000. Okay.
Our condolences to her family, and we hope that she gets the justice that she deserves. Now, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has hit back at former Prime Minister Raila Odinga over the calls for a national intergenerational conclave, terming it a plot to distract and derail the one-term movement. Gachagua, who is in the United States for a 2-month-long tour, also fired back at President William Ruto, dismissing claims that the opposition was planning to overthrow the government. Gachagua also decried what he termed as gross violation of human rights under the Kenya Kwanza administration in recent protests.
But the worst of all is a gross violation of human rights. That is where nobody can believe it. That this is a man who said he's a Christian, he was in church every Sunday. except today he did not go. I'm told he is having migraine, headache, because of the way people are crying. That president can say, go and shoot people in the leg. You know, it's a hate of recklessness. 3 weeks before, the minister called Mukomen said, shoot to kill. And then a guy called Nelson Koech, he's a chairman of the Committee of Parliament for Defense and Foreign Relations that take care of the defense, National Intelligence Service and the Foreign Service, says, no, President, you are wrong. How can you tell them to shoot in the leg? They should shoot to. That is the situation we are having in the country. Young people, the Gen Zs, have been abducted and killed. A special squad of 101 run by the National Intelligence Service is the one that is responsible for those killings. Odinga saying, oh, we should have dialogue, we should have a national conclave, we discuss. What has happened is that old man has been sent by Ruto to create a diversion to slow down the one-term momentum. Raila Odinga has been in every dialogue since 1997. He lost to Moi in 1997, he created problems, he was caught. His people are killed, he forgot about them, he joined government. In 2007, he lost to Mwai Kibaki, he created problems, he was caught. He joined government, he forgot about his people. In 2017, he caused problems, Uhuru called him. The other day, Ruto called him. He means nothing for the people of Kenya. He's just thinking about his own stomach.
The Kenya Union of Clinical Officers has criticized Nairobi County Governor Johnson Sakaja over what they describe as the deteriorating state of healthcare in the county. The union is accusing the governor of making false promises, particularly concerning the implementation of career guidelines, staff promotions, and redesignation. The union is questioning the governor's continued silence more than 83 days after 500 clinical officers began their strike.
Around Nairobi have not been working, and even those that have been working have not been working optimally. But what is more concerning is the carefree nature with which the county government of Nairobi has been handling these issues.
Wale ambao tumekuwa tukiongea nao kuanzia kwa yule county secretary na wale wote wa department, waziri na wasaidizi wake ambaye ni chief officers, hatuja kuwa na makubaliano. Imefika wakati lazima tumuite gavana mwenyewe kwa sababu hao ndio wamewapatia majukumu haya.
Members have stagnated at the same job group for the longest, and now we have a new policy document that dictates our employment from internship to retirement that the county government promises to implement but does nothing in regards to its implementation.
For almost 3 months now, we have not seen the governor try to address these issues. And the officer under him, they keep frustrating the process, which then makes us wonder if they are working under the instructions of His Excellency the Governor.
Tumeandaa maandamano ambayo tutakuja ili kuendelea kufanya ile public petition. Na pia mjue si gavana peke yake kwa majukumu haya. Nairobi ina viongozi wengi. Tunataka kuwaona pia hata senator wa Nairobi akizungumzia masuala haya kwa sababu pia yeye ako hapa kuhakikisha kwamba
A 17-year-old girl was found murdered in a rental house in a tragic incident in Lurambi, Kakamega County. The suspected killer, believed to be her boyfriend, fled the scene and is reported to have crossed into Uganda. Both the deceased and the suspect are believed to be Ugandan nationals. According to locals, the couple had rented the house just a day before the incident. The girl's mother, who was aware of the daughter's relationship, became concerned after learning that the man was reported to have committed suicide in Uganda. Police have launched investigations into the incident as efforts to trace the suspect continue.
Jana kitu kama saa 2 usiku kuna kijana mwenye ambaye alikuja kuulizia nyumba, kijana mfupi hivi. Na vile alikuja kuulizia nyumba, mimi nikamwambia room iko. Akaenda, vile alirudi na pesa 2500 akanipatia, mimi nikakuja nikamfungulia nyumba na sikuona huyo msichana. Mimi mtu mwenye nilimpangishia nyumba alikuwa kijana na suruali ya short. Sasa hizi mchana hivi ndio nikaona vijana kama 5 wamekuja hapa, wakasema wametumwa kutoka huko Uganda. Kijana mwenye nilimpangishia nyumba ameenda paka Uganda na amejua huko. Sasa mamake msichana ndio mwenye amefanya nini? Ameambia hao vijana wakuja waangalie msichana wake yuko safe.
Msichana sisi kwanza tu kuona huyu msichana tumemuona sasa hivi.
Tumerendisha
kijana ndio alikuja nyumba. Hakukuja na mwanamke.
Mara ya kwanza na ya mwisho wale ambao wako na nyumba huwa tunawatangazia kwa baraza, kwa ofisi ya kwamba ukiwa na nyumba za kupangisha lazima uchukue orodha mtu ambaye anataka kuishi hapo. Wale ambao tunaishi nao si watu wazuri. Ujue kwamba huyu mtu ni nani, anaitwa nani.
The family of missing Assistant County Commissioner Hussein Abdirahman Mohammed has moved to court to compel the state to produce the county official dead or alive. Hussein, who is also a manager at Huduma Center in Wajir, went missing on Tuesday, July 8th, with his family now filing a petition seeking to compel the Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja to produce the missing county official. In court documents obtained by EBN TV, Hussein's family filed a habeas corpus application and a certificate of urgency demanding that the state produce Hussein or give a credible account about his whereabouts by July 14th. The county
no Kenyan should disappear without any trace. No family should be left in agony without answers. And no silence should be accepted when the right to life and liberty is at stake. We will not rest until we know what happened to our brother Hussein Mohammed, and we will pursue justice through all legal and peaceful means available.
It has now been several days since he went missing, and despite growing public concern, there has been no sufficient communication from relevant authorities regarding his whereabouts or the process of any investigations. We are deeply concerned. We need where he is. We demand his whereabouts.
Hussein is not an ordinary citizen like us. He's a deputy county commissioner, who is also assigned to the duty of the manager of Huduma in Wajir. It's so sad to hear somebody of that stature who has disappeared, and as the state is silent and not saying anything about him. We feel ourselves are not secure.
We seek the government through the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, the National Police Service, the head who is the IG, and the DPP to be compelled to produce this gentleman before the Honorable Court, whether he is dead or alive.
This matter has raised a lot of security concerns in the whole of Wajir County. If security in Wajir, which borders the porous border of Somalia, is compromised, which public servant will ever go there?
If senior public servants in the security sector are not safe, then which Kenyan is safe? We have filed a very urgent matter, and we believe the judge will see the urgency of this matter and grant us an habeas corpus, so that by tomorrow we appear before the judge with the DCI to produce Hussein alive or dead.
Former Lands Minister Amos Kimunya has defended himself against allegations of fraudulent disposal of public property, insisting in court that he acted within the law and in the public interest. In his defense, Kimunya dismissed the prosecution's case as baseless and unsubstantiated. He told the court that no credible witness had directly implicated him, noting that 9 of the 17 prosecution witnesses confirmed he neither contacted them nor interfered with the transaction in question. He explained that as Minister for Lands, his role was guided strictly by law, and clarified that the trustee position central to the case was held by the Minister for Finance and Agriculture.
Your Honor, I was the one who received the application letter, which he did not produce in court. That's the only time I was ever mentioned in terms of this case.
The investigating officer. Do you recall the name of the investigating officer in this case?
Yes, it was one Wilfred Mutiga, who entertained us thoroughly in this court.
At least you are not bored. You specifically recall what that witness said?
In connection with why he thought I should be charged, was that he said I was the minister and I was the one who received the application, and hence I must be guilty. But nobody ever produced that application for land.
All right, I'd love us to take a quick breather, but before that, let me just bring you up to speed for some news from the Energy, Petroleum and Regulatory Authority, that is EPRA, in their monthly review of fuel prices. Well, as it stands, petrol, diesel and kerosene have all risen this particular month of July. Now, petrol will, there's a rise by 8.99 Kenyan shillings. Diesel has also increased by 8.67 shillings a litre, while kerosene has increased the highest by 9.65 shillings a litre. So do the math really, and those are the fuel prices that will be in place this month of July. Now, allow us to take a quick breather. We'll be back shortly with more news making headlines. Don't go too far. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Kisumu East Member of Parliament Shakil Shabir has issued a public apology after facing backlash over a viral video in which he was seen harshly reprimanding a teacher during an official event. The apology follows mounting pressure from Kenyans and education stakeholders, including teachers' unions, who condemned the MP's conduct as demeaning and uncalled for. The incident took place at St. Peter's Kindu Secondary School in Kisumu, where the legislator was captured verbally attacking a teaching staff. KUPPET Secretary General Akelo Misori, flanked by union officials from the Nyanza region, condemned the MP's actions during a press briefing held in Kisumu.
Solidarity. Power. That environment is hostile, and the Teacher Service Commission must remove all the teachers at St. Peter's Kindu so that their morale is restored and the confidence with which the teachers can work is also restored. Teachers do not subscribe to be supervised by members of parliament or any other person except the Teacher Service Commission. That is the only organ which is mandated by law and by the Constitution.
You got votes, up to votes from teachers themselves. The very same teachers you are now humiliating and rubbishing. You have never taught, Mheshimiwa, and you don't know, and repeat, you don't know what it takes to be a teacher and the sacrifices that a teacher comes out with for performance. I looked at the young teacher you fronted and asking him, is this the way you should stand? Even a chief, an assistant chief, cannot afford to do that for a local. And you are doing this against a professional teacher, trained and qualified. Mheshimiwa, shame on you.
Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Shame on him.
Shame on you.
Shame on him.
And we shall not condone this.
Now, as the country prepares for the historic launch of Grade 10 under the Competency-Based Education CBE in January 2026, Parents are being urged to support their children in selecting a senior secondary school and aligning their chosen pathway with career goals. Under CBE, learners entering senior school will pursue one of the three pathways, either STEM, that is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or social sciences, or arts and sports science. During a recent prize-giving event at Mama Ngina Girls High School, Professor Leila Abubakar, the Vice-Chancellor of the Technical University of Mombasa, said the new education model will nurture talents, accelerate learning, and foster creativity, unlike the rote learning under the 844 system.
We are soon going to be having the pathways, the three pathways for competency-based education. And Mama Ngina now will be Mama Ngina Senior School. It will now be it's moving now to become a senior school. And when it moves to become a senior school, because it was a national school, they are all, I'm very sure that they will be able to provide all the three pathways. So now currently the teachers in grade 10 or grade 8, they are trying, and grade 9, they are helping the students who are now going to transit to come to senior school. And during that transition now, they are choosing the schools.
Indeed, we are very ready for the transition. We want to challenge ourselves to take the very new courses that there are in the CBC so that we give it a try. But I believe we are very ready for it. Yeah.
We are now moving from 844 to CBC. And every school should offer STEM. And our schools in Mombasa and also in the coast region are able to offer STEM. And we will be having at least a school offering two pathways. But we also, like this school is able to offer three pathways. Those who can afford, they are able to offer three pathways. We have already recommended them. And parents are in the process of selecting. And we are in the process of completing the whole process.
Hundreds of Bungoma County residents benefited from a free eye checkup after receiving free treatment at a Tamba clinic sponsored by Bungoma's Senator Wafula Wakoli in partnership with the Nairobi Lions Club. Services provided included eye screening, tests, cataract surgery, while others were given reading glasses and free medicine. This move comes after many residents were struggling to access treatment due to lack of funds. The services targeted specific patients such as the elderly and school-going children, who are the main victims. In 2 days, a total of 3,300 patients were screened at the targeted health facilities, with 290 being treated for cataracts. The eye treatment program was organized in health centers in Mechimeru, in Mayanja Kandui constituency, Kaborom in Mount Elgon constituency, and in Sinoko in Webuye East constituency.
Niko na kijana wangu akona shida ya macho. Nimezunguka but sijapata uponaji. Lakini leo nashukuru Mungu. Nimeamkia hapa na najua kijana wangu atakuwa sawa.
Mimi ni nurse in charge hapa Mayanja Health Center, and we are very happy today because wahenga walisema mgeni njoo mwenyeji apone. Kwa hivyo tunajua watu wetu leo watapona.
Health centers in Bungoma County, Mechimeru being one of them, Nalondo, Tongareni and Kopsiro. So this is a facility that we have really considered that at least most of our people who lives around wakuje wapate matibabu ya macho.
Kwa ushirikiano na serikali ya kaunti tutatumia vyumba vya upasuaji vya serikali ya kaunti kwa sababu ya uchochole na hali ya umaskini ya watu wetu, kwamba hawezi enda mbali kupata upasuaji. Sasa imetubidi tufanye upasuaji huu katika hospitali yetu ya rufaa ya Bungoma, na tarehe itatolewa na watu watakuwa wanaitwa kwa awamu ili kuhakikisha kwamba wote 290 wanapata upasuaji dhidi ya ugonjwa wa cataract ili waweze kuendelea na maisha yao kama kawaida.
All right, folks, that is where we wrap it up tonight. Thank you for watching. I hope you're duly informed on what is making headlines across the country. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Laura Omondi. My name is Cynthia Nanjala. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. God willing. God bless.